family. It will certainly fuel the conspiracy theory that he is a member of a covert group of powerful figures who manipulate events to benefit the military and industrial complex. However, a more plausible theory that Zachary Hudson was responsible now seems to have been debunked. Nothing presented in court suggested that the president had any involvement in, or knowledge of, the plan to eliminate his predecessor. Jupiter Rochester named in Starship One trial. Core Dynamics CEO Jupiter Rochester has been accused of collaborating with Fleet Admiral Vincent to orchestrate Starship One's destruction in 3301. As reported by Ethan Takahashi for the Federal Times, financial data was presented to the court showing that Vincent, along with others in government and the Federal Navy, received colossal payments via shell companies created by Jupiter Rochester's loyalists. The prosecution claims that Rochester and Vincent were reacting to then-President Jasper Halsey's intention to scale back military spending, which would impact core dynamics.
Detach confirmed. Insert queuing system with exit from the station.
Zachary Hudson to be voted into power, knowing that his policies would result in further naval contracts. The defense argued that Halsey's testimony was unreliable and that the financial data was obtained via improper methods, so should have been inadmissible. It was also pointed out that the Rochester family had many enemies determined to besmirch their reputation. The jury has now been sequestered to determine a verdict. This means they are unaware of media reports that several core dynamics departments, known collectively as Jupiter Division, are transporting ships and personnel to the HIP 54530 system. Other sources confirmed that the HIP 54530 Gold Universal Group has officially assumed the name Jupiter Division, suggesting that it was heavily infiltrated by Rochester's loyalists. The faction has retained control of the permit-locked HIP 54530 system. Engineers enhancing missile rack initiative. Pilots Federation alert. The engineerless rider has requested mined materials to help make a previously unique ship module widely available. The module is a fully engineered lightweight and high-capacity Class 2 Seeker missile rack with thermal cascade. It was offered in October 3306 to pilots who helped defend the European system from Imperial forces. At the time, the Empire suspected Ms. Ryder of supplying weapons to the NMLA terrorist group. Ms. Ryder has announced that her aim is to make this specially modified weapon available for purchase at all human technology brokers. She added, "Pilots can help kick-start this project by providing mined commodities, which will temporarily reduce the amount of materials that customers require to obtain the missile rack. As a bonus, the highest contributors to this initiative will be gifted with the module."
All clear. Hope to see you again, Commander.
Shoulder keep bothered.
With tech brokers to add this to the market. Many engineers think we could do more to serve the galactic community, and this is a step in that direction. Shipments of bromelite, lithium hydroxide, osmium and samarium can be delivered to a Wyra Flurbal in the Eurybia system. Empire denies existence of secret prison. Pilots Federation alert. An Imperial intelligence detention facility discovered in the
It's not going to take too long to get here.
AFAD-42 system has been repudiated by the Empire. The outpost, named Serene Harbor, was located after its distress call was shared publicly by the Pilots Federation. According to the commander Andy X, who first investigated the site, all its occupants were dead as the result of what appeared to be a prisoner breakout. Unlike the Imperial Internal Security Service, the Imperial Intelligence Organization has no spokespeople or public channels. However, Senator Carl Nerva told the media, "The claim that high-security prisoners and terrorists are being tortured for information in an unregistered outpost is categorically false. There is no such place as Serene Harbor. We believe that independent pilots have been duped by a federal ploy to undermine the Empire, using fake locations and logs for theatrical effect. I assure all citizens that Imperial intelligence operates fully within the law and remains vigilant against all threats." When asked about Commandant Gabriel de clarified by surviving logs at the outpost, Senator Nerva replied, Captain DeLuca was indeed an agent of Imperial intelligence, but died on active duty several years ago. It's obvious that this respected hero's identity has been stolen to add credibility to anti-Imperial disinformation. Core Dynamics implicated in
Star Kruger, Papa Alpha, Lima. Follow all federal docking protocols before attempting to dock.
Again, I wish there was, I really wish there's more to it.
10-3-6. Assisted docking initiated.
Trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent suggested financial links to Federal Shipbuilding Corporation Core Dynamics. This significant development was covered by Ethan Takahashi for the Federal Times. The initial investigations around Starship One's destruction in 3301 were outlined by the prosecution. When the Federal Attorney's Office revisited this historical data, traces were found of financial transfers routed through non-Federation banking systems. The FAO brought in the expertise of the agency.
Hey, folks, in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3.
Fleet Admiral Vincent, as well as several other naval officers, received billions of credits through these companies that went undeclared. Vincent refused to answer any questions about this evidence, once again claiming that he was the victim of a conspiracy to hand the presidency.
Here, 1 sec.
Taking place at some of the
Hey, folks.
centers of
26,
operation.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33,
The Alliance
34.
Assembly has agreed to delay electing a new Prime Minister to avoid clashes with the forthcoming Galactic Summit. The proposal to postpone the election date came from Prime Minister Edmund Mahone. Now that the diplomatic conference has been confirmed, we must adapt to take advantage of this historic event. A potential change in leadership occurring at the same time as the Galactic Summit would cause confusion and undermine the Alliance's presence. Although Mahone's proposal was voted through by a narrow margin, many council members disagreed with altering the political calendar. Councillor Nakato Kane, who is a candidate in the
Black
election,
Prince. We gotta bring them to,
outrageous that the Prime Minister is
Ration?
using this as an excuse to
Interesting.
extend his term in office. Once again, he is more concerned with projecting the Alliance as a superpower than the interests of member systems. This behavior is what you'd expect from a corrupt emperor or president, clinging onto power at any cost. The Assembly has rescheduled the election to take place 3 months later in May 3307, although this remains only provisional. Halsey suggests motivation for assassination attempt. At the trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent, former President Jasmina Halsey has revealed possible reasons behind the sabotage of Starship One in 3301.
Just take a quick look here.
Crime correspondent Ethan Takahashi reported from the Federal High Court. Jasmina Halsey provided details of a top-level federal cabinet meeting in late April 3301, an event which was never declassified. Its aim was to address the high levels of public dissatisfaction with her administration. At the meeting, Halsey explained that she had been inspired by various peace activists to refocus on the well-being of citizens. She planned to reduce taxes, invest in social infrastructure and slash federal Navy spending. As yet, this was only a preliminary plan.
No, doesn't have any.
Implemented later that year.
Oh, better
Halsey told
prospector.
the court that only a dozen officials were present at this meeting, including Fleet Admiral Vincent. All were told that this forthcoming sea change in policy was confidential, but to expect major budget changes in the coming months. The prosecution counsel stated that Vincent was therefore aware that naval defunding was imminent, something which would reduce his personal influence. It would also impact powerful individuals who Vincent was illegally connected to, evidence of which
He's
would
paying
be
me
presented
more,
in
but
due
no.
course. Anonymous source refers to distress call location. Pilots Federation alert. An encrypted message seems to provide planetary coordinates related to the mysterious signal from Serene Harbor. The message received.
Jesus, this is at the opposite side.
56.4 latitude, minus 8.3 longitude. Theta 7. Although this pinpoints a geographical area on a planetary surface, the astronomical location of this body remains a mystery. It is unclear whether Theta 7 refers to additional map coordinates of some kind, or is a code phrase intended for unknown recipients. Little is known about the original distress call, other than its brief content. This is an emergency broadcast on all frequencies from Serene Harbor. We are. Request for pilots to trace distress call. Pilots Federation alert. An independent vessel has detected a fragment of a mysterious message coming from an unexplored region of space. Commander Elsa Solomon was traveling through the SWALS XXDC-130 system when her ship's communications array picked up a faint transmission. The message was as follows. This is an emergency broadcast on all frequencies from Serene Harbor. We are. The transmission ended abruptly and did not resume. The signal did not contain
Frameshift drive charging.
any identification data or indication.
4, 3, 2, 1.
As to its origin. Commander Solomon gave more details to Vox Galactica. The message appeared in my comms panels as text and an electronically generated voice. I wasn't able to determine a source, only that it was broadcast within 80 light years of that system. My schedule was tight, so I couldn't spend long tracking it. I have no idea if Serene Harbor is a starport, a settlement, or even a megaship, but this is obviously a Mayday signal. Someone somewhere is in serious trouble. I've asked the Pilots Federation to share the information in case any of my fellow commanders can help. To help triangulate the source, there is a call-out to any other ships that were in the area at the time, which may have received a similar broadcast. However, no responses have been received as yet.
I just feel
Sirius
sore all
Corporation
over.
secures hosting of Galactic Summit. Pilots
Part of it's
Federation
probably down to the
alert.
bed. It's
Sirius
the.
Corporation has received
I think
more
we got a
data
different
than
mattress
Utopia
than what we
and will
per.
therefore host
Well,
the
what I
Galactic
tried
Summit.
out.
Both
The
organizations
one I tried out,
propose to
I
organize
went
a
on in the
diplomatic
store. I
conference for the
told you.
Alliance, Empire and
Was
Federation.
too firm.
After
This
calling
one
on
is
the
too
galactic
soft. I sink
community
into it
to
like
gather
it's
data that
immediately.
would support security operations, many pilots
my back's
handed in
hasn't
anomalous
been right.
log scan data, atypical disrupted wake echoes, exceptional scrambled emission data, and unusual encrypted files. All three superpower governments confirmed that due to its success in preparing effective security systems, they will accept Sirius Corporation as the neutral territory for the conference. CEO Yong Rui made this announcement. Thank you to all the independent pilots who supported us. Sirius will now begin work preparing for the first Galactic Summit, which we hope will increase peace and prosperity across the galaxy. Pilots who delivered to Sirius Corporation can collect their rewards from Goldstein Port in the Lembava system. Simguru Pranav Antal expressed disappointment, but confirmed that all who contributed to Utopia's initiative will be rewarded at Tana settlement in the Palanai system. Sirius Corporation
like such an old
stated that
man.
the Galactic Summit is provisionally scheduled to take place over a 3-week period in
We're gonna have to get a new.
late February
Oh,
and
we
early
got
March.
2 different mattress toppers for it. I've only one on at a time, but
Provides testimony about
we're gonna
Starship
clean one off and put it back
Former
on.
President Jasmina Halsey has taken the witness stand during the trial of Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent.
Kind
at
of
the
the other one
Federal
kind of
High
ended up on the
Court.
ground when I took it
Crime
off.
correspondent Ethan
The-
Takahashi reported the details
And
for
see
the
if that
Federal
helps
Times.
anyway. Well,
Jasmina
I'm just
Halsey
gonna buy a new one.
confirmed that the orders for Starship
New mattress.
unscheduled stopover in the Azalic system
Been cheaper
came
just to
directly
gotten a
from
different
Fleet
one, but
Admiral Vincent.
we didn't. Well,
She added that the
didn't realize it was going to be as bad as it was.
often altered for various mundane reasons, and at the time this seemed routine. Halsey also provided an account of the vessel's destruction, describing the chaos and panic on board as the hyperspace misjump caused rapid structural disintegration. She praised her security detail for getting her into a cryogenic stasis pod and launching it moments before Starship One exploded. During cross-examination, the Defense Counsel quoted her reported visions after being rescued, when Halsey described meeting the caretakers of our galaxy and experiencing the infinities of the cosmos. It was suggested that the testimony of someone suffering from such obvious delusions should be discounted. Halsey admitted that she no longer has any memory of making those statements and may have been suffering from post-traumatic shock. She then provided the court with psychological reports and neural scans from the Alliance's finest doctors, medically confirming that she is of sound state of mind. Trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent begins. The Federal High Court on Mars has opened the trial of Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent, who is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and treason. Vincent stands accused of organizing the sabotage of Starship One in 3301, resulting in hundreds of deaths. The Federal Times' crime correspondent Ethan Takahashi reported. The trial began with the prosecution counsel outlining the case. Material evidence obtained from Chief Technician Rory Webster, whose testimony led to Vincent's arrest, was presented before the jury. Vincent was questioned about a secure transmission from his office to the presidential vessel on the 24th of May 3301, ordering an unscheduled diversion to the Azalic system for routine maintenance. This is where Webster's engineering team followed Vincent's orders to install the sabotaged hyperdrive component that caused the misjump. Evading the questions, Vincent claimed that the entire trial was a Liberal Party cover-up and that Starship One was destroyed to put Winters in charge. With the loss of President Halsey and Vice President Naylor, Felicia Winters did indeed assume the role of acting president and became leader of the Liberal Party. However, the defense counsel played down these accusations, instead declaring that Webster's recordings of Vincent's orders could have been falsified. Councillor Kane campaigns for Alliance votes. Councillor Nakato Kane is visiting key systems across the Alliance as part of her bid to be elected as the next Prime Minister. Of all the challengers to the incumbent Edmund Mahone, Kane has the most support from fellow council members. She has represented the Tionisla system for nearly a decade and is renowned for delivering forceful speeches before the Assembly. Kane's disapproval of the expansionist policies in recent years has struck a chord with people in many systems. She also has a strong reputation among the Old Worlds, which are viewed as the historic hub of the Alliance. During a political rally on Nisti, Councillor Kane directly criticized her election opponent. Prime Minister Mahone clearly thinks that the Alliance must mimic the Empire's arrogance and the Federation's corporate greed. He has repeatedly led us into conflict with the Thargoid race, risking millions of lives so we could raid their territories like thieves in the night. I believe that we should be inspired by the mutual cooperation that once made the Old Worlds thrive. We must invest in trade and security to benefit our member systems, instead of pretending to be a monolithic superpower. Marlinist colonies receive emergency food supplies.
That was the old community goal. Seems to be a different one every week.
Colonies. Multiple shipments of animal meat, fish, fruit and vegetables and grain were transported to Stillman Hub. Messages of gratitude were broadcast from all the Marlinist factions, which have distributed these vital supplies across the 8 colony systems. The Free Marlinists of Karini also issued bounty vouchers for wanted ships in order to protect the deliveries. Contributing pilots can now collect their rewards from Stillman Hub in the HIP 22550 system. In related news, the first Marlinist Parliament has been democratically elected. The respected community leader Dr. Jenna Fairfax was chosen by a majority public vote to be First Minister. In a public address, she said, "This path was not chosen by us, but our people have turned Marlin de Val's ideology into a functioning Republican society. Now that we are fully independent..."
Given that how long it was taking, I got a little distracted. Apologies. I hate being on the phone so much, but it's like 5 minutes of nothing but staring at space. And there's none for me. Oh yes, I could read the journal entries.
Galactic Summit. Pilots Federation alert. Rival initiatives to arrange a diplomatic conference have been launched by Sirius Corporation and the Utopia Commune. The Alliance Assembly, Federal Congress, and
I'm just there, so I won't read it this time.
provisionally agreed to send delegates to the first Tri-Superpower Galactic Summit in late February. This political gathering will also be attended by representatives from independent systems. All parties have specified that their participation depends upon the event being successfully organized in neutral territory and with sufficient resources and security in place. Sirius Corporation and Utopia have begun to gather supplies to host the conference. Both have requested assistance from the galactic community to provide a broad range of data, which will be vital for planning security operations. Whichever organization obtains the greatest amount of data will be deemed most suitable. The following data sources are of interest to both parties: anomalous bulk scan data, atypical disrupted wake echoes, exceptional scrambled emission data, and unusual encrypted files. Singuru Pranab Antal has called upon all pilots who support Utopia's proposal to deliver the data to Tanna settlement in the Palevnik system. CEO Li Yongrui has asked all those who believe Sirius Corporation to be a more suitable host to deliver the data to Goldstein Port in the Lembava system. Jasmina Halsey returns to the Federation. Former President Jasmina Halsey has arrived on Mars to stand as a witness in the upcoming trial of Fleet Admiral
And it's
Lucas
still
Vincent.
going.
Halsey was subpoenaed by the Federal High Court to testify before the jury. Although this was not legally enforceable, since she now lives beyond the Federation's jurisdiction, she has acceded to the court's request. Jasmina Halsey served as federal president prior to the destruction of Starship 1 in 3301, which Vincent is accused of arranging. She was recovered alive, but abandoned her political career and emigrated to the Alliance. She has since campaigned as a peace activist and acted as an advisor to Prime Minister Edmund Mahone. After greeting a large crowd of supporters at Olympus Village Spaceport, Halsey gave a statement to the Federal Times. "This is a bittersweet moment for me. Coming back to the Federation feels like revisiting a past life. But perhaps we can finally lay some ghosts to rest." She was welcomed in person by Shadow President Felicia Winters, who is Secretary of State in Halsey's administration. However, President Zachary Hudson has made no comment regarding his predecessor's return or the forthcoming trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent.
At recess?
Prime Minister
No.
Mahone campaigns for re-election.
No.
Edmund Mahone has launched
I
a
was-
political campaign to be elected
I confused
as
my
the
standing
Alliance's leader
with
for a second term.
him for how
The incumbent Prime
the Federation
Minister
thing
is
works. I have to do an
undertaking a
upgrade
whistle-stop
quest,
tour
which
across
I
Alliance
showed
states
you,
to rouse support.
was going to show you that
Only
someone had
members
back
of
at the other
Assembly
station.
can cast votes in this
But then I
election,
was showing you
but they will
the
be
person who
heavily
didn't have it,
influenced by
and
public
I forgot to
opinion
finish
within
my
their
point.
system.
But yeah, there's an upgrade quest
Campaign
for
has
me to go to
focused on
next
the
rank, but I think it's beyond me.
Alliance's youth expansion during his 6-year premiership,
At the
with
moment.
reminders of triumphs such as the Alliance Festival
Someday.
of Culture.
Someday.
His ability to handle a crisis has also been highlighted, including President Kincaid's attempted coup and the League of Reparations
But yeah,
Crusade.
someday
More
I'll do
recent
that.
examples of his
Just need a
leadership
better
are
combat
welcoming
ship.
Marlinist
Next rank.
refugees from the Empire and exploiting the Coalsack Nebula to boost economic prosperity. However, Mahone critics have pointed out that both strategies increase the risk of attack from neo-Marlinist terrorists and the Thargoid.
Shell Kruger, Papa Alpha Lima. This port is under federal control. Submit to randomized security scans on approach. Okay.
A close impact conference call on Earth
3. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
No system of DSO, Mahone proclaimed. We live in an increasingly turbulent galaxy, making it important to maintain a steady hand at the wheel. I will be honored to continue representing the diverse peoples of the Alliance. Galactic Summit proposal from Sirius Corporation. Utopia's ability to host a diplomatic conference for all three superpowers has been challenged by the Sirius Corporation. The Megacorp's counter-proposal was announced by CEO Li Yongrui. With all due respect to Singuru Antal, his commune cannot match our level of resources. Sirius is far better placed in terms of logistics and security, and our Navy will be able to ensure the safe transportation of all delegates. Furthermore, we already have excellent commercial relationships with the Alliance.
Docking confirmed. Dispatching ground, Commander.
Hey folks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My mind blanked again, and I'm just paranoid.
The Marlinist colonies proves that we are an impartial, stabilizing force for the whole galaxy. Discussions regarding the conference have been ongoing in superpower and independent systems alike.
Ooh, I've gained rep with. Have I gained rep with the Federation twice over there? Nice.
Serious
Orion?
Corporation and Utopia's
Whatever they are.
propositions for a galactic summit are now being
Nice.
compared by potential attendees. However, Zachary Rackham's offer to host the conference at the actual galactic summit of Rackham's Peak is not being seriously considered.
Ventura.
Uncertainty hits takeover of Lacon Spaceways. The purchase of shipbuilding company Lacon Spaceways by Core Dynamics is in doubt after allegations of illegal business practices. Earth and Karim reported on the recent developments for the Alliance Tribune. The Independent Commission for Market Equality has confirmed that several Lacon shareholders sold their stock to shell companies, which were covertly established by departments within Core Dynamics. Furthermore, 2 serious accusations of blackmail have been referred to Alliance Interpol. Trent Delaney, Lacon's newly installed chairperson, has dismissed these claims. But coupled with serious rumblings from the Council of Admirals over losing a military supplier, his hostile takeover now looks less certain. In the Federation, the newsfeed sold today ran an editorial piece on the situation. Acquiring Lacon is another bold triumph for manufacturing Colossus Core Dynamics.
When they mentioned rumbling from the board, all I can hear is the song Don't Bother None. That song from Cowboy Bebop. Good song, very catchy. Actually, another good song, Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday. The song from the end of Metal Gear Solid 2. I like that. I'm sensitive. Sure. No. Nope.
Incoming mission critical message.
Avoid unnecessary destruction. Do not block the access corridor.
Battle weapons?
Clear the landing pad. You may leave when ready.
It seems I really do need to have cargo space on this. Let's get rid of this guy first. There's shit all I can do about being scanned. It's just kind of part and parcel. Again, I don't remember what I said. My head is just somewhere fucking else. It's annoying. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 1. Been watching the reimagining of Amazon Riders. Came in Amazon Riders. The last bit. Stumbled onto it on Amazon Prime. And yeah, it's interesting. I didn't really know what to expect. I'd seen people going on about Cayman Rider, the Cayman Rider series, posting bits of it, and it seemed it seemed interesting enough. I gave a look at it, and it seemed odd, but Mum's really into it. So when I'll be having dinner with her, we'll be watching a bit of it. We're on to a bit into season 2 now. Good show. I would be interested in seeing the rest of the stuff, but I don't even know how I'll go about seeing like series 1 over here. You know, like the original thing from the 70s. I would like to see it because I would like to see everything in order. See where it came from. Over here we only ever got Power Rangers, and I think that's probably pretty much the same for America. So I would like to see other things with that kind of genre, if you're gonna be loose with it. And I like this. I would like to see this show. I would like to see where it came from. But fuck if I know. I think America has it on Amazon Prime, but that's America. Europe doesn't have it, so I'm not really sure how to go about getting it. Because, I want to do it legitimately. I know that there's other ways, but those are other ways. I want to be as legit about it as possible. I think there's DVDs you can buy, but it's a pain in the ass actually trying to find the one I want. I think there was a re-release or a reimagining of the first one, and I think I'm stumbling into that. So it's just like it's hard to be sure. I've just received news that some of my forces involved in a skirmish. Uh... I can't say no to this. No, I think I can just ignore it if I want to. I'm not bringing him there. If it's only going to last 3 minutes, there's no way I can get from here to there in 3 minutes. If it was here in this system, sure. But if... to go where he wants, I would have to go here. No way in hell I'm getting there in 3 fucking minutes. You know, I might give in to their demands if they were less fucking stupid.
Papa, Alpha, Lima. You may access this station by submitting a prior request.
What kind of accent is that meant to be?
Make your way to landing pad 4A. Automated approach engaged.
Landing gear deployed. Mission critical message.
Fun.
Touchdown. Engaging docking restraints.
Suck my ass. This is your captain speaking. Suck my ass.